Hey, how you doing? It's your girl T-A-Y Murray coming to you again with the tea. So, anywho, as you can see by the title below, what this topic is already going to be about. So, let's just hop right on into it. So, in this story, we're going to have an attacker, a sick son of a bitch, and a victim. So, let's get right on into it, shall we? So, Tatanysha Hedman and her ex-husband, Vincent Phillips, is in a bit of a burnt pickle. It's a burnt one. Because Tatanysha set Vincent as on fire, alright? She got wind that Vincent had been touching her daughter, who is 7 years old at the time, or whatever, had been touching her. And what does Miss Tatanysha do? She wait for this nigga to go to sleep. And she takes some motherfucking barbecue starter oil, you know what I'm saying? That fuel, lighter fuel. Takes some motherfucking lighter fuel to his ass and set a match on him and let his ass whoosh. Okay? Because that's some sick shit to do. So, Vincent sleep and she douse him with some gasoline, right? Let his ass on fire, grab her baby up, and she his ghost. His ass realize he on fire, wake up and he's run out the house and go to a convenience store. And he like, I'm on fire, whatever. And they help put him out or whatever, right? So, now our badly burned victim here is facing some criminal charges, he is. And after that happened, Tatanysha Hedman had got arrested because she had set him on fire, for obviously reasons why she got arrested. But there is funds. A lot of people have been coming out making funds, trying to raise donations to bail her out, and a lot of people don't think that she deserves to be in jail. With that being said, we're going to go to the next part of the video where I tell you guys about the double-sided fence we got, because some people is going this way, Group A, and some people going that way, Group B. So, some people are saying that she should have let the law deal with it. Oh my goodness, I was sneeze right at this moment. Excuse me, bless me. But anywho, some say she should have let the law deal with him. And some say she did good and mother's job well done. That's what a lot of people say, and that's what the size of the fence is going off. Now, which side am I leaning more so to? I'm leaning on she did what she was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? If you find out that somebody touching your baby in a sexual manner and your baby dumb, you know what I'm saying? Your baby is 7 years old at that. You're not just going to call the police on him. I probably would have stabbed that motherfucker, okay? I would have probably stabbed his ass. He probably would have died. Because I would have probably stabbed him. But, she said the reason why she didn't just shoot him is because that would be too nice. And I get it, you know what I'm saying? She let that nigga burn. And that's, I guess that would be worse than stabbing them. So, you know what I'm saying? But, for the people who's like, she should have let the law deal with him, I want to bring up some info because I just want to see if she did have let the law deal with it, how long so what he had got, right? So I did my little research, and for child molestation, you get between 1 and 30 years. And have to live with being a child molester and that being on your name for the rest of your life. This is what you get for taking a child's innocent, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, this was a little girl in this case, but in another case, as I was trying to find information on how long do child molesters get in jail, I come across another story. Somebody told of their own experience where her brother and her little sister and their neighbor had got molested by a 15-year-old boy. So boys get that done to them too. Now the child molestation age breaks off at 14. So anything at 14 and below is considered child molestation, okay? And for rape, you get 7 or 14 years, a minimum of 7 years. And for statutory rape, you get 1 year to 15 years, which means like you was a 20-year-old or an 18-year-old boy and you had sex with a 16-year-old girl in California, and she not legal to consent till she 18. So for that, you get 1 year to 15 years. It has to be labeled as a public offender. So yeah, I would have still, you know what I'm saying, I feel the justice would still burn his ass alive. I think that would be the better route to go with this one. Stab that nigga the fuck up or some shit like that. Because he still get a chance to come out here and do this to another girl. You know what I'm saying? And it's only in some states that if he's a repeat offender that they would give him the death penalty. But that's only in some states. So also, while I was doing the research on how long child molesters got in jail, I did some other different charges that you could get, and one of them was drug dealing. Now, I'm not one to say that drug dealers should be drug dealing and all that, and people should do drugs, but again, I'm conservative, shall I say. I'd say if you don't want that to be a part of your environment, try to keep that out of your environment is all I'm saying. But anywho, for that, you get the minimum is 10 years. And that's just the minimum. So that's probably like for the white boys. You know, black boys, y'all know y'all getting like 30 plus years. So don't think about no 10. That was a lie. That's for white people. But yeah, so they saying that it's worse to be a drug dealer than to be a child molester, than to be a rapist. It's worse to sell drugs. It's worse to do drugs than it is to touch little boys, fuck a little boy, fuck a little girl, taking a child's innocence. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel that. But what could you expect with, you know what I'm saying, with the people who run this society, run this way, you know what I'm saying? And another thing, you know what I'm saying, they say like once they go to jail, they probably go die in jail or whatever. That's just depending on how many times they, you know what I'm saying, that's just depending on how much time they get. You know what I'm saying? They might do get killed, but they for sure go get their ass handed to them a lot throughout their time sentence. But it's still the simple fact of. But anywho, so what would I do in this situation? I can't say that I wouldn't do the same. I can't say that. I would have to hurt him like he hurt my baby. I'm sorry. I would. If that made me a criminal, made me a bad person, then whatever. But some things that I would just leave y'all with before I end this video on out. I would just say, make sure to teach your babies. You know what I'm saying? Teach your babies okay spots and bad spots. You know what I'm saying? Good touch, bad touch. Make sure that you explain the importance of coming to you and talking to you if somebody ever try to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of kids just hide it and just don't say nothing about it. Okay? A lot of kids do that. And I would want my children to tell me if somebody did that to them so I could bust their motherfucking head. Seriously. But I would say don't trust no one's word over your children, because that's the case in this situation, like where Tatanysha is right now. You know what I'm saying? Usually we be having to put her in jail for neglect because she knew about the molestation and didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Too concerned on keeping a man. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's why it's very, very important to make sure you don't have children just out there like that, but with somebody who's going to love you and be there with you and raise these kids, because he don't care. You know what I'm saying? She thinking that he looking at her child like a stepdaughter this whole time, and he done looking at her like that. Shoot. But don't trust nobody's word until you got, you know what I'm saying, until you know your child well enough to know that she be making up stuff. He be making up stuff sometimes, you know. But that's all I want to say, you know, really, that this world is really sick, sick, sick. And these pedophiles get off. They get off, they get off. And you know what I'm saying? 7 or 14 years not long enough. You'll be alive still. You could come out, and yet somebody might not hire you or whatever, but you'll be able to touch another child. And maybe this time you'll kill that child so you can't get caught. You know what I'm saying? You don't know with these people. That's some sick shit. He's sick in the head. But as always, tell me if I said something wrong, or if, you know what I'm saying, if I didn't get his side of the story down too much or whatever. If you have any questions and I didn't throw out there, I'll try to find it out for you. But yes, as always, like and subscribe. Bye.